Good morning, guys, from the beginning of the Dempster Highway. I hope you're having a great day. We are pretty excited to be starting this journey because this is one of, Canada has many, amazing, epic, priceless overland adventures. And this one's relatively new. The Dempster Highway has been around since like '79, but in 2017, I believe, they opened the stretch of the ITH, which is the Tuktoyatuk Highway, which takes you up to the Arctic Ocean. The only public road in North America where you can drive to the Arctic Ocean. So that means Canada has sea to sea to sea covered, and that is pretty amazing. So like I said, we are a few miles up the Dempster and pulled into one of these gravel quarries from construction of the road. Nice, free, peaceful nights to camp. You know, it is a shame, and you pretty much see this everywhere, but there's trash. It's just, yeah, damn human nature mucking up places. I know it's just a gravel pit, but seriously, and you know, that stuff's decades old. It's time to introduce one of our co-pilots for this trip. Meet Sitka, Rebecca's mom's border collie. He is a very good 10-year-old boy, the sweetest soul. Our little Shelby is doing very well. She's our 17-year-old terrier, but Beck's mom came up to Alaska to visit us for the summer, and she's watching Shelby because this is going to be a pretty intense journey, and Mr. Sitka was up for the job. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Okay.
Got a good night's sleep last night?
Yeah. Needed it for this cold.
Yeah. Beck's fighting off a little cold. It never fails. Perfect timing. You start an adventure, you catch a cold. Hopefully I don't follow suit in 2 days.
I hope so too.
Well, in case you're new to our channel, let me introduce you to the truck that we're making this journey in. It's a 2007 Mitsubishi Fuso 4-wheel drive chassis, and it is perfect for this kind of adventure. We hold 60 gallons of fuel, and under the world's most ideal conditions, we are capable of getting almost 15 miles a gallon. But I would venture to say we are going to be solid 13 to 14, because this is not a high-speed journey, and we'll just be in 5th gear, putting right along.
I don't know what it means, but there's a smile upon your face when I see something shimmering in your eyes. And they say if you want to glimpse the future, you must wait. And you said you'll put down your morning guns. Would you follow me to wonders? Take my hand and walk beside me in a world of thunder. Fear is an imposter. When you look at me this way, I find it hard to not give in.
This truly is an amazing overland journey, guys. Just to put things in perspective, if you have not looked at a map lately and just to see, like, for example, where Dawson City is, we are way up here in the North Country already. Yeah, and there's some irony because we had to drive through about 600 miles of Alaskan and Canadian wilderness just to get here for about 550 miles of one-way dirt road wilderness experience. It is just, the North Country is humongous, guys, and if you have a chance to get up here during the summer months, or if you want a real adventure, winter, you know, jump on it.
What do I believe? What makes me feel it to write you this song? 2 hours a day, 5 months and a year. Oh, I love till it breaks. Oh, how my heart aches. You keep blowing me out, I keep holding you in. I keep asking myself, oh, why do you still hurt? Why do you still hurt?
We are at about mile marker, well, kilometer marker 276. And suddenly in about the last 10 clicks, the road has gotten atrocious. I hope this is short-lived. Prior to that, it was perfect, and we were maintaining like somewhere between 40 and 50 miles an hour, usually around 45. Then all of a sudden we hit this stretch and there are stones in the road that just rattle your teeth loose. And it's also gotten quite muddy. Apparently it's been raining here a lot. So it'll be interesting to see if this is what we're driving the rest of the way or if it goes back to what we had before. This is gonna get exhausting really fast.
Well, the road has gotten a little smoother, but we are about to drop into Eagle Plains. Somebody looks a little road weary after driving all day long. You ready for dinner?
Solid option.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but this might be all of Eagle Plains. I'm not too sure at all. But let's see if they have fuel. There's diesel right there. Well, I guarantee Costco is going to be cheaper than this fuel. Yep. Let's see here.
We just did a fuel stop in Eagle Plains, and the fuel was $4.83 US per gallon. So actually not that bad for as far north as we are. So we are pushing on, and we're kind of undecided as to whether we are going to drive a little farther and then stop for the night, or stop and make something to eat. Hi, Sitka. We're cuddling because I've been driving all day. I have to get my allotted amount of puppy attention. Yeah, he wants to stop and eat.
Someday I know we're going somewhere into the danger zone.
Okay, this is a pretty noteworthy landmark in our journey through life and on this trip. Check it out. We have reached the Arctic Circle. The Fuso has made it to the Arctic Circle, guys. Check it out. That is an accomplishment, guys.
This campsite is the place we found on Overlander, and it has a lot of reviews, so there's a potential to meet some fellow travelers on our stay this evening.
Finding your own campsites is a lot of fun, trust me, but there is some added value in knowing that, hey, this is a good place to park. Ooh, it's a little muddy here. Wow, it's quite the view. Let's see where this leads to. Around and around we go. Wow. Oh my. That's a nice view. Okay, here's our camping site for the night. It's a little muddy, but that's always to be expected when you're out in the wilderness. But the views up here are absolutely amazing. Check them out. You look up the definition of grandeur in the dictionary, And I'm pretty sure you'd see a picture of this. It's beautiful up here. But now it's time for lunch, but at the hour of dinner. Hey, that's the way it goes. And in case you haven't seen our kitchen setup in a while, here is our current status with the kitchen. Well, the counters are still green. I was against it for many, many years, but it has found a home in this camper since it has an inverter, and since said stove didn't work for our first 11 months on the road, the little Instant Pot 700 watt one saved the day. Dinner tonight, just some very generically seasoned chicken breasts, but our intentions are to slather it with some barbecue sauce, and then what we don't eat can be used many other directions. This is some cauliflower that I probably really should stir, so I'll go quick, and a pot of rice. The Wallace diesel stove cooktop, since we got it serviced, has been a rock star. We are loving it. Alright, well, I'm not about to burn dinner on us, so thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because tomorrow we are continuing this journey north to the Arctic Ocean. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the road.